How you doing? Good morning.
Smells good.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and hedges, pushing the truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with the lesson. Lord's will is edifying. Where do I want to go? You know, I just came across some news this morning, man. I'm going to start off with this article. It says, this is Esau smashing windows, man. Okay? Going around being a demon, man. As a matter of fact, let's play this shit. Let's watch this motherfucker, man. Going around, the ICE agents, they were in, I believe, New Bedford. Let them explain it. Salakia, let me turn this off.
This morning, new video out of New Bedford showing a Guatemalan man being detained by federal immigration agents in New Bedford.
Cell phone video shows what appears to be ICE agents smashing a car window while the man was in the car. Kristen Bonnell joins us live in studio this morning with reactions from his attorney. Kristen.
Well, good morning, Joe and Kate. Immigration attorney Odine Sniffen says her client's 29-year-old Juan Francisco Mendez and his wife were pulled over on Monday, and they told the agents they were waiting for their attorney to arrive. While the couple waited, agents reportedly surrounded their car and warned they could handle things the easy way or the hard way while motioning them to roll down the windows. And this video
I would roll down the window with a man with a damn axe pick. Why the hell would I roll down the window, you damn devil? He's a fucking devil, man. He got to roll down the window. He got a damn axe pick at his damn window, man. These fucking devils, man. That's what I'm talking about. And what kind of man are you going to... And someone hired that man. And then when you go into... when you look at... when you read the article, there's conspiracy theorists saying he was... as a matter of fact, let me pull that article up. They said that he was... he's part of some Arizona gang or something like that. It says, I'm going to read it right here. It says federal immigration. This is from Boston.com. It says April 17, 2025. Federal immigration officials denied claims that an agent who broke a car window to detain a Guatemalan man in New Bedford is the founder of an anti-government militia movement. And that's what Esau does, man. You know, if you're a good hacker or something like that, he'll hire you, man, so you could go hack some systems. Probably hack other people's, probably your bank account, man. Okay, so you can blame it on somebody else. That's Esau for you. He'll hire these type of people just so he can do that type of work. Why do you think they hired these red Hebrew Edomites to come to your car door, smash the window in? What kind of mindset of a person would do that to somebody, man? He's in their car with their wife. He got a damn pickaxe in his hand saying, "Open the car window, open the car door." Ain't nobody gonna open the damn car door for this damn devil, man. He's a damn fool. Now, you know, it's hard to come out here and talk about the so-called white man like he does something good in this world, man. Now I'm pissed off at this damn devil, man. Here it is, he's here legally, no crimes. He got his damn lawyer right there telling him he's not the person, and he's still busting through the window. How much more for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are in this truth? And all of y'all who are not in this truth. The same thing's gonna happen to you. Same thing gonna happen to you, man. That's why I want to make my call in an election sure, cursing out this damn devil. There's a police officer cruising right there. Ain't like Esau don't know. I be here all the time, man. Damn devils. If you ain't got no hedge about you, man, you gonna die anyways. If you ain't the elect, you just ain't the elect. Simple as that. This book of Isaiah 14. Start here. And good morning to the brothers that are out there, man. To the elect. Especially those brothers who are gonna come out here and do some work today. It's a beautiful day out here in Massachusetts. This book of Isaiah 14 and verse 6. It says, "He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth." There's gonna be a time where Esau's gonna be persecuted. Saying it's gonna be he's gonna be suffering the curses in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, 16 to 68. And we can't wait for that day, man. Okay, but he's that continual stroke. It's 2025. He's still treating you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans like that. He's being more mad. They hire people like that, man. Someone that has a natural born hate for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They call that being patriotic. Someone that's going to do something for you. Look at this country, man. That's how Esau looks at that. They ask him a bunch of, you know, these, what do you call it, human resource questions, because they looking for a specific type of devil that can work for the federal government, so they can go up to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans wearing those stupid-ass masks over their face, so they can persecute you. And the so-called white woman's with them too. Damn devil. Cuss her ass out too. I know Israel love them damn white girls, man. They going into slavery. They bed wenches, man. Ain't nothing special about no white girl. The hell out of here. Fuck out of here, man. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, okay, the remnant is talking about the elected Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob. Jacob's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those that escape are the elect, the 1/3. Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. Yeah, they ain't gonna trust in this devil, man. They're no longer gonna stay upon them that smote them. Y'all still trusting this devil. But we know there's gonna be a time you can't trust this fool. He's gonna be kicking your doors down too with a great hate, with a perpetual hatred. And you ain't gonna understand why. Because you don't have no knowledge, man. And you're gonna be destroyed. The best thing he could have done was keep that window closed. So we could talk about this devil, man. Just because he got a badge don't mean he ain't the devil, man. You a damn wicked demon. I don't care how many badges you got. Damn fool. Here it is, a Guatemalan man and his wife just in his car, ain't do nothing. Here comes this damn red devil. But shall stay upon the Lord. Yeah, the Lord's name is Yahweh. We're going to stay upon him. That's our firm foundation. We ain't going to trust in Egypt, Esau, Edom, the red man. The Holy One of Israel, man. Not the Holy One of the whole world, man. He's the God of Israel. Everybody else got a God. A so-called white man got Jesus Christ, right? Who's Caesar Borgia. Look him up. In truth, yeah, we're going to stay upon him in truth. We're going to rely on him to deliver us through these tribulations that he got coming to this place, man. The prophets of old went through a lot, man. Okay? They got put to death. And what is he going to do? He's going to hire a bunch of Satanists to come get you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that worship the Baphomet, man. That like little kids, man. What do you think they're going to do to you? They're known to butt break people, man. This is the wicked we're talking about. Then, you know what? Then there was another article, before I finish off with Esau's ass, man. He got pissed off police down the street, man. Good morning, officer. You know, you gotta be nice to the police, man. It says, in a video obtained by Boston.com Tuesday, the man can be seen using a large hammer to shatter a Guatemalan couple's car window to detain Juan Francisco Mendez. Exactly. Does that sound like Bob the Six-Pack Joe? No. Six-Pack Joe, he can get out, act like a damn madman. I saw a fucking white dude come out. They were tasing him, and he's just ripping it out of him. He's like, we tase each other for fun. He's like, come on, man, do something different. Pull your gun out or something. He's tempting them. He already knows they ain't gonna pull the trigger. But if I come out here like a madman, barefoot, acting wild, I'm gonna get put to death. Why is it like that? Because it's trained in you. If you went to school in America, you're a racist. And you hate the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans because that's what they perpetuate in their school systems, calling you black. Where in the Bible does it call you? No, it don't call you black, man. It said there's the Israelites. There's 18 nations in here, man. And all of y'all go back to one of these nations that's in this Bible. And the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomite, he's an Edomite. And he got judgment coming to him. For shit like this. This is the book of, This is Boston.com. It says reports on social media have claimed that the man with the hammer is not an ICE officer, but someone named Michael Mayer, also known as Louis Arthur, the founder of Veterans on Patrol, a far-right anti-government militia organization based in Arizona. So what the fuck is he doing in Boston? What is he doing here? He's persecuting you, man. And Duck he signed legislation where they don't even have to show you who the police officers, their background, all of that is all erased. And that's who they got signing up for these positions. Far-right anti-government militias coming to get y'all, man. People who hate y'all. Okay? And he's starting here in the sanctuary city, supposedly. Okay? Because he hates you. He hates you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You ain't got to look at me. It's the truth. Girl, scared as hell, man. Y'all gonna be scared when Esau come around. Don't be scared of me. I don't got a badge. I don't got a gun. I'm not walking around with a mask on. Scared to death, man. Okay? It says the militia has engaged with conspiracy theories like QAnon and pushed anti-immigrant ideas according to the Southern Poverty Law Center. So they're under the Southern Poverty Law Center. And guess what? He's part of ICE right now. He got a badge. He's in Boston. He was in New Bedford. Persecuted. Now you think, all right, he's a devil, but look at the person who signed him. I thought this is the federal government. I thought they go through a stringent or a very strict protocol to get people in there. You don't want to hire a terrorist in there. I thought this is an anti-government militia dude from Arizona. Why are the conspiracy theorists talking about that? Anti-immigration. Why is he in a badge? Why he got an axe pick? Why he not going to jail? Why he's committing crimes? He's terrorizing your cities, your villages. Just like the Bible said he was going to be, like a damn lion in your community. Fuck this devil, man. Lord Zor the water Yahweh Shimi Ashah to give me the power to come out here and curse this damn devil out today. So that means I'm gonna have a beautiful day today. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and 1. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Yeah, let them be taken in the devices they have imagined. But the Lord already set up a snare. That's why he got him persecuting y'all. Because not all of y'all the Lord's dealing with anyway. Psalms 10 and 3, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Yeah, the Most High is not in all his thoughts. He don't think he's gonna be punished for the things that he's doing, man. That's why he's in his pride, man. He sees you, he sees red, he sees blood, man. It reminds him of a time when you used to persecute him. Esau wasn't always the top nation, man. He's actually the basis of men. Okay? We had his ass in rulership. We were throwing his ass off mountains and cliffs, putting his ass to death. Had his ass serving us ice water. And he's going back into slavery. And he's going to be serving us ice water again. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. Yeah, you could have just asked him to get out. Hey, is your name this, that, and the third? Okay. Can you, I just want to verify. I don't want to lock up an innocent man. I just want to make sure that you're who we're looking for. Nope. Axe pick. Get out the car. Boom. Bash. Kick in your door. Get on the floor. Oops, I broke his leg. Oh, he died by accident. It wasn't my fault. Bring me to court. Give me a vacation. I'm going to Aruba for a week with pay. Off your tax dollar. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. Yeah, your judgments, the cup, slavery, kids being dashed to the stones, like it says in Psalms 137. Happy shall he be. All right. What else? Your bread in your basket, your sheep, your oxen. What up? Your land trodden down by Gentiles. Yeah, he don't know nothing about that. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Yeah, he's puffing at all his enemies. Who's gonna take me down, man? Proud. The Lord's gonna take you down. He must have never read the book of Obadiah. That's not in his mind. That book that's a myth. It's like the way we look at the book of Enoch, that's how Esau looks at the book of Obadiah. Nah, that's made up, man. That's made up. It don't align with the prophecies that I think it should line up with. Psalms 10:6, he have said in his heart, I shall not be moved. How amazing is that, man? When you think you can't be moved, that's pride. For I shall never be in adversity. Well, you're going to be in adversity, because if you look at the news, I got a couple articles to show you. His adversity's coming. His adversity's coming for all the things he's done against the nation of Israel. Okay? His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. That's him. He was sitting in the lurking places of the villages looking for Francisco, whatever the hell his name is, that Guatemalan man and his wife. He was lurking, man. They didn't see it coming. He was watching him, though. He was lurking in his villages. This dude's all the way from Arizona. What the fuck he doing up here in Boston? In the secret places, do he murder the innocent? The innocent are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're innocent in the eyes of the Lord because you're spirit, man. You're Yasharala. Okay? But he's trying to murder you. He'll get away with it, too. Okay? His eyes are privily set against the poor. Yeah, his eyes are privily set privately. Okay? He's looking at you on the camera. GPS systems. That's why he's in his car. He got all these different gadgets. He got his windows tinted, but he's looking at you. You can't see him, though, but he's watching you. Okay, let me see. Let me look at his background check. Okay, all right. He's not violent. Oh, he is violent. Oh no, he's from Guatemala. But in my head, in his head, they're all violent in his head. He's the most violent man, because when you're a homosexual, those are the most violent people. They like joining organizations that can hide their shame. That's why a lot of y'all homosexuals like joining these gangs. A lot of y'all homosexuals like joining these police forces. Make you feel like a man, okay? But you're really the weakest creature. You're really the weakest beast down here on the earth. The Lord's gonna show you that in these last days, man. That you really ain't a man. You're like a woman. Emotional. But spiritually, you understand you got a short time left, Esau. So have fun. If you ain't got a hedge about you, you're gonna die. Okay? Lord's will, you understand that. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. Yeah, like a lion in his den, man. He just waiting. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. The poor is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. Exactly, he doth, meaning he does, man. He catches the poor when he draweth you into his net. And he gonna take the innocent, he gonna ship them away and then be done with you. Okay? Oh, we already shipped him. This is already, Abrego Garcia's already on the terrorist unit. Now he's messing with this Guatemalan man. Showing you that this devil, he got that perpetual hatred. Let me grab that. Ezekiel chapter 35. There's no change in this devil. I'll start at 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, which is Esau, and prophesy against it. Yeah, we prophesying against Mount Seir, Esau, Uz, Babylon, Egypt, Nineveh, Assyria. This is all the wicked kingdoms right here. Tyre. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. Yeah, the Lord Yahweh, the Most High God, he's against you, Esau. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Yeah, you're going to be the most desolate. Okay? Because no one's ever going to inhabit this land after the Lord's done with it. No one's going to be selling merchandise. Moab's not going to be selling his cheap Temu products. No more Amazon. None of that. It's going to be destroyed. Book of Ezekiel chapter 6 and verse 14. So will I stretch out my hand upon them and make the land desolate, yea, more desolate than the wilderness toward Diblah in all their habitations, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Exactly. Then you're going to know. Most desolate, man. Okay? It says more desolate than the wilderness in Diblath. So I can only imagine how desolate Diblath is. It's going to be worse than that. Okay? Because Diblath wasn't hit with thermonuclear missiles like this place is going to get hit with thermonuclear missiles. Wherever Diblath is, because this is prophesied to happen to Esau, Edom. You should get the, what's that book? The Zondervan Bible Compact Dictionary and read about Esau. It'll tell you everything you need to know about this devil, what he got coming to him. This book of Isaiah 5:25. Therefore is the anger of the Lord Yahweh kindled against his people, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them and have smitten them. And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. So to y'all going through the curses, he still got his hand stretched out, but Esau's going to be utterly destroyed, according to Obadiah 1:18. Okay? Ezekiel 35:4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know I am the Lord. Yeah, you're going to leave your cities desolate, man. Okay? It's going to be utterly destroyed. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, this is the point. A very old hatred, an ancient hatred. Because he sold his birthright to Jacob for some red pottage. Therefore, his name is called Edom. And he's mad about that. And then he got supplanted for his, first he got supplanted for his birthright, and then Jacob suited up and took his blessing. Okay? And has shed the blood of the children of Israel. Yeah, you shed the blood of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Yeah, by the force of the sword. And he's always done that. He's always had beef with you. Okay? In the time of that their iniquity had an end. That's that perpetual hatred, man. In the time that their iniquity had an end. And there's plenty of times, man. You read, let's see, after slavery, all the way up to this point. Look at the laws he's passing. He's doing it in a roundabout way this time. Okay? He wants to do it according to the law. He wants people to kind of give him their blessing to come put you to death, and they're gonna do it. Because he has all the technology he needs in order to criminalize you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Even though you're innocent, he don't care. He gonna find a way to accuse you. That's what he does, man. Okay? That's what he does. But guess what? Since you had no mercy on your brother Jacob, you wanted to have a pickaxe and tell him to open the door even though he was innocent. That's that perpetual hatred, and it's going to get worse than that. You read the book of 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Grab that, as a matter of fact. Let me grab that. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Because this devil, he don't care about you, man. And you know what? A lot of people ain't gonna get this through their head, but hey, we're gonna try. 2nd Esdras 16 and verse number 71. It says, they shall be like madmen sparing none. Exactly. This is an innocent person, he gonna be like madmen sparing none. How much more for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in this truth, man? How much more for you? At least we see it coming, man. Once he start coming with his pickaxe and all of that, man, kicking down your door with his ram, boom, get on the ground. We're gonna know we're being persecuted for the Lord's name. And he gonna have Executive Order 666, and he gonna tell you, hey, man, you're punishable by death for saying Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And that's the type of laws that are being passed. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So a lot of y'all don't fear the Lord. Y'all still gonna get put to death. You only got a chance if the Lord's dealing with you. Okay? That's the only way. And that time is coming, and it's vastly approaching, and that's why these epistles are going out. So Lord's will, you get to wake up in these last days, like the brothers you see on these highways and hedges. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Yeah, to rejoice ye heavens. Okay? The heavens is talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all represent the kingdom of heaven, okay? And ye that dwell in them. So we that dwell in them are talking about you believers that are in this truth. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. It's talking about you other people, the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, okay? Heathen. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all of you who are allotted to be destroyed on this side. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Exactly, he got a short time. His rulership is coming to an end. His hatred, his oppression, it's all coming to an end. Okay, that's why he's desperate, man. He gonna hire these type of people to be in these positions. And I know it says it's a conspiracy, but Esau put it right in your face. He put it in the news. Why? Because he has a forked tongue. You got to look up that word conspiracy. That's what the FBI used in order to try to falsify the truth. So a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, it's just false. No, it's true. Allegedly, I should say. Psalms 96:11. Let the heavens rejoice and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar in the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. Exactly, man. He's gonna judge you. Ultimately, Esau, he don't want to be judged, man. He got a lot of sins he got to pay for. Okay? He don't want to be judged for that. I don't blame him. Revelation 18:20. If I was a fugitive and a vagabond, I wouldn't want to be judged. That's what Esau is. He's the biggest fugitive and vagabond this world has ever seen. Revelation 18:20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her. Exactly, you revenged you on her. Who? Who's her? Babylon, that whore, man. That sitteth upon many waters. It's talking about America. He's gonna revenge Esau. This is where he sits. Okay? Like it says in Revelation the 17th chapter. So you gotta know that, man. Let me grab this. Isaiah 44 and verse 23. It says, sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord Yahweh have done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing, ye mountains, O forests, and every tree therein. For the Lord have redeemed Jacob and glorified himself in Israel. Ooh. We're going to be singing with Esau when you're gone, man. We're going to be rejoicing, man. The people are actually, the world's going to be happy. The birds are going to be happy. Right now, the birds are mourning because you're setting up these stupid ass Apple stores all over the place. Okay? Man, hold on. Where's that app? Let me grab that actually. Let me grab that. Let's grab that.
They don't make them like they used to.
Damn devil, man. I don't even know where this place is, but let's see if I can share it with you. I don't know if
So your boss been out. It's so hard when we're doing three things at once.
Yeah, and
Oh, f***ing hell. Alright. F***ing hell. Come on, buddy. Come on, guys. Right. Oh, oh, I gotta get the other carrier now. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, I'm just gonna gently pop that in there. Come on, guys.
I don't know if you can see, but
Come on, guys. In. Come on, guys.
that's an eruption. I don't know why.
Up in there.
anyway, some birds died, man. You know, it says, let me read it. It says, shocking video shows dozens of tree martins, which are these birds, slamming into the glass front of an Apple store in Adelio's Rundle Mall on April 16th, which I believe was yesterday. And today's Good Friday, as the Christians call it, man, where the Lord died. They call it a Good Friday. Damn fools, man. It's a good day when the Lord dies. What kind of, this is what you Christians believe in. This is why you need to be rebuked. The birds, disoriented by tree reflections in the windows, yeah, right, had reportedly moved to the area after city officials netted nearby pear trees, citing health concerns. Wildlife groups say hundreds, possibly thousands, have died in recent weeks as the birds struggle to find safe roosting spots. So why are these birds flying like that? Probably because of these new phones that are coming out, man. Who knows what the type of shit they're doing in these Apple stores? They gotta move all the birds out the way. They know what the hell they're doing. Esau's not a fool, man. He just happens to be in position to pick. He has cages and stuff. He knows what's going on. Okay. Hey, Shalom Malakia. How about Shemi Awashai Barakatah? Yup, Shalom, King. Shalom. Did a beautiful lesson yesterday, man. Talking about cleaving to the elders, man. That's beautiful. Because, you know, when you read the book of 2 Maccabees, the 6th chapter, I believe, it was talking about Eleazar, man. And he was talking about, you know, being a good example to leave to the people, man, at an older age, man. He didn't want to die like that, man. Not leaving nothing for his nation, man. That's why the apostles and elders deserve double honors, man. You know? Because in their old age, man, they don't gotta be doing this, man. Look at most of the older people you see, man. They don't got no wisdom for you. It's all, you know, of course we got to thank Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man, for raising up men that can teach you, man. There's still videos I see of Apostle Taha. He going into talk shows. He's going into universities. He's going street corners in front of universities, man. He was teaching the word everywhere, man. And look how his labors, how all of us, you know, I just came into this truth, man. Okay? But, you know, it's a beautiful thing that brothers still respect him because, you know, it's like you said, it was Boston reprobates, man. What can you do, man? What can you do, man? You know, us brothers, and you know, the crazy part, I met them brothers, man, and you wouldn't even known they were gonna turn like that. It was like overnight, man. They just demons just hop on you. It's overnight, man. It's overnight, brother. Because we used to talk to them, brothers were wise, man. They were cussing this devil out. Then whatever happened, you know, I'm kind of outside of, but you know, the elders told us what happened, but you know, it's sad to see, man. I just hope that you know, he keep me in this thing, man. But when I saw that, that's every time we see them brothers, man, it blows my mind. But they just waxing worse and worse, man. Worse and worse, man. You know, it's sad, man. Not really, but that's what's gonna happen. You know. But they're a great example, man, on how to stay in this truth, staying on fire for this truth, man. You know, not letting this world beat you up, man. You go on, every time I go to Apostle Taha's channel, man, he always got something to eat over there, man. Always talking about something, man. That's why we talking about these birds. We talking about all the hateful deeds that Esau is doing. I had a precept in Proverbs 11. The world's gonna rejoice when Yasharal is back in rulership. Proverbs 11. No, that's not. Is it? Is it 24? Nah. Hold on. Let me find it, man. It's talking about. Proverbs 11 and I can't even think of it, man. Damn. I can't even think of it, man. There's another one, Proverbs 29 and 2. As a matter of fact, I think I got it. I think I know the precept I want. It's a righteous man regardeth his beast, Proverbs 12 and 10. Yeah, righteous man regardeth the life of his beast. That's what I'm looking for. There's another precept I'm thinking about, but I can't think of it right now. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Exactly, man. He knows that him bringing these phones for whatever they're doing in these buildings is destroying plant life, but he don't care about that, man. He's not righteous. He's wicked. He looks at it like, shit, okay, birds are gonna die. Who cares, man? As long as I can make some money, you know, he don't count the cost, man. But he don't know the Lord's gonna destroy his ass for all these things. But the wicked don't understand judgment, and that's his problem. Okay, he don't understand judgment, man. He think the Lord, he's in his pride though. That's why you don't, you know, what's that, Proverbs 20 and 24, where you don't, it's the Lord doing all of this. A man don't understand his own way. Okay, Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. How can a man then understand his own way? Exactly, the Lord got him doing this. It is a snare to the man who devoureth that which is holy, and after vows to make inquiry. You devour that which is holy, now you want to make an inquiry. All right, how can we work this out, man? We'll give you some money. Get the hell out of here, Esau, man. You need to be destroyed. Okay, you go to the book of Numbers 35 and 33. That's the only way you can repay. By your blood being shed. Hey, that's what the Bible says, man. That's why people don't like this. That's why they don't want this word coming out. But cursed be he that holdeth back his sword from blood. Who wants to be cursed, man? You don't want to go through the curses, man. Numbers 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. Exactly. This, he defiled this land with Israelite blood, and he defiled Israel with Israelite blood back in 70 AD. So those people are going to be over there. They're going to be in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Them souls are going to be slain over there. And the Lord is making this all come to pass. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Exactly. But by the blood of him that shed it. Okay? Looking a little deeper in that, it got to be specific. He knows who shed the blood where and where. And he going to make sure they're there. Okay? They might come over here on vacation. He'll crash the plane, man. That blood got to be shed over here. And he might get a whole shipment of y'all, man. All in one spot. Just to make sure that blood get cleansed. Oh, that's the precept I was looking for yesterday. Numbers 23. If I can remember it. 23. I almost had it. It's Numbers 23. And damn, did I lose it again? Shall he not make it good? I know it's in here. Shall he not make it good? It's not Ted. Oh, that's okay. I'm in the wrong chapter. 23. This is the book of Numbers 23 and verse 19. It says, the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or shall he spoken, or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Exactly, he gonna make it good, man. You gonna drink of the cup, Esau, just like the nation of Israel. You think you're not gonna go and punish? You are. You're gonna get punished, man. You've done way worse than we've ever done in the land of Israel, man. Way worse. Okay, you still over there shedding innocent blood. Okay. Grab that. All right, let's go into this. I got some articles. I can't think of that precept anymore. It says Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico has publicly defied warnings from EU foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas, vowing to attend Russia's May 9th military parade. Oh, is this? Yeah. Let me grab it.
Hey, if you want to get.
Let me grab it, man. Kaja Kallas, I guess she's the EU representative.
We made it very clear that we don't want any candidate country to participate in these events on the 9th of May in Moscow. So that was very clear. The message was there.
Yeah, so she just said she's the EU representative, And she said she don't want anybody participating in the May 9th military parade that Russia's having for World War II, supposedly. But this dude Fico from the Slovakian Prime Minister, listen to this. It says Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico has publicly defied warnings from EU foreign policy chief Kaja Kallas, that's who was just talking, vowing to attend Russia's May 9th military parade in Moscow. So he's part of the EU. He said he want to go join the military parade in Moscow, commemorating the end of World War II. Kallas had urged, and by the way, the Russians pretty much won World War II. I think they lost over 24 million soldiers in that battle. Okay? Had urged European leaders not to participate, citing Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine and its use of such events for military propaganda. Yeah, exactly, man. He didn't want that to she said she don't want anyone going to that event. Fico, a known pro-Russian leader, slammed her warning as disrespectful and accused the EU of ideological overreach. He labeled Kallas's remarks as blackmail and insisted that as the legitimate leader of a sovereign country, no one can dictate his travel decisions. Exactly, man. They're not dealing with you Edomites over there, man. They see, you don't know what Putin's telling them. Like, you really want to mess with them? You know they ain't got no defense from my hypersonic missiles. Yeah, he gonna hit us with sanctions. Yeah, but hey, when you're dead, who wins, man? So you choose which side you want to be on, man. I got plenty of them. I got the most nukes, man. He can hit me with any sanction he wants, man. We trading in Bitcoin now. You see the price of Bitcoin. Look at his S&P 500, though. Look at that collapse. Look at the 401k collapse. You still spending in dollars. No, we digital, man. And the bricks, too. Why you think China's buying all this gold, man? You think he gonna win this? As a matter of fact, China's telling Americans to go to China and buy that Gucci and Louis and all that shit that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans covet. Y'all gonna be flying over there, catching flights to Shanghai and Beijing and Hong Kong, so you can go get some Gucci. You damn fools, man. Esau don't make nothing here. He charging you stupid ass rappers $15,000 for something that's like $10, man. He played you, man. He played you, man. Esau's mad, man. So that's Slovakia. There's another one too. He's not the only one going. There's more people going to this military parade on May 9th. Okay? And especially this dude, the Serbia Vucic. Serbia. They ain't fucking with him, man. Yeah, he got mad people within the EU that are pro-Russian. They try, because Russia's right there. They need oil. They need to be working with him. They shouldn't be aligned with this devil. We just gonna pay extra for something you can get cheap over here. Where does that make sense at? Oh, he's not even speaking English. It's a lot. He's not speaking English. I got it written here. Serbian President Alexander Vucic is under increasing pressure from EU. How you doing today? Over his decision to attend Russia's Victory Day parade on May 9th. Why are they celebrating a Victory Day parade for World War II if they lost it? So America teaches you something completely different than what Russia teaches you. Showing you this place is a devil, man. When you look into World War II, he waited to the very end. Britain was getting bombed. France was leaving there. At least EU people can't fight, man. Look at World War II. Britain can fight, though. You got to give it to Britain. But I think France or Spain, one of them, they left the whole city because they covered their city so much. They were like, they just left it. Just don't destroy the city. Fucking fools, man. Fools. So these people understand the history, man. Russia has more of a purpose to fight for. They lost way more people. That's a much bigger sacrifice that they had than any other country combined. So they know, nah, we need to be prepared. Ain't no one ever gonna beat us again, man. When you lose like that, you ain't never gonna be beaten again. Okay? It says with European officials warning that it could harm Serbia's EU membership prospects. Who cares about Serbia's EU membership prospects if EU is going to be destroyed? And ultimately, according to Revelations, the 17th chapter, now that these scriptures are starting to speak, they're like, hey, hold on. What does the Bible say about that? Nah, we need to join the Russians, man. Okay? We need to join them, man. We don't want to be on the wrong side of history. Okay? That's what they think in their head. Ultimately, all y'all gonna die. Who has long maintained pro-Russian views. Yeah, he had long maintained pro-Russian views, man. So he agrees that Russia can take down the big beast, Babylon. He probably has a little more inside knowledge just because he's been pro-Russian for so long. So Putin knows, hey, man, listen, you come over here to May 9th, I might go send you one of my, I might send a Satan 1 missile, you know, one that I took off, you know, that I said I don't even have anymore. I might give you one of these missiles. That's what he did with the Belarus president. When he won, he said, I'm gonna send you my, I forgot the name of the missile. Okay, but he said, I'm gonna send you a missile. Imagine that, you win the presidency, and he give you a big, huge bomb, man. Nobody wanna mess with these people. Vucic, who has long maintained pro-Russian views, confirmed Serbia's military will participate in the parade and help organize the event. So that's a big statement right there, man. You gonna help them organize and with your military? Come on, man. These are supposed to be your allies. This is the people who are supposed to be funding Ukraine so they can win the war. Okay? But if they got people defecting to the other side, man, that's less people investing in Ukraine. Okay? They're gonna lose. At the same time, Vucic is dealing with widespread anti-government protests. So the people in Serbia are standing, they don't like that. They don't want to hear that, man. They think it's in their best interest to be aligned with the West because they look at Putin as a dictator. That's what they think, man. They don't know this person's a dictator too. Fools, man. They're dumb. These are Edomites, by the way, which have escalated following the resignation of his predecessor as prime minister. Demonstrators are criticizing his autocratic rule and his refusal to impose sanctions on Russia. Why would I impose sanctions on Russia, man? Nah, we're friends. You ain't gonna charge someone you cool with taxes. Nah, man, hey, man, whatever he need me to do, I'm gonna be there for him. Okay? And that's what happens during World War. All these different allies. Japan was an ally to Hitler. Why aren't they talking about these damn Ammonites? As a matter of fact, now that I said that, the water Yahweh Shem Yashah, I messed up yesterday, and I'm gonna bring it out. It's Jeremiah 49:6. I messed up on this precept. It says, and afterward I will bring again the captivity of the children of Ammon, saith the Lord Yahweh. Is that he gonna bring back the captivity of the children of Ammon? Meaning, after he destroys them and all that, he gonna restore them, and he gonna be ultimately restored in the kingdom after he goes through 1,000 years of punishment. He gonna go back. I said he was gonna go back in slavery, but that precept's not talking about that. Okay, he's gonna go back in slavery, but he gonna get right. Then he's gonna be restored. We're gonna restore Ammon, Moab. Y'all gonna be all right after we take y'all down, but then everybody else, y'all are gonna be, Esau gonna be destroyed. Okay, so he's gonna turn that back to captivity, just like he's gonna turn back the captivity of the nation of Israel. That don't mean we're going back into slavery. That means he's gonna return us back to, he's gonna restore us, okay? That's what that means, all right? But there is gonna be some form of slavery according to Revelation, the 6th chapter, with all these tariffs and what do you call it? Superinflation? Superinflation, something like that. Hyperinflation. That's gonna let me grab it, man. When he said the balances, he said something about the balances. Hold on, let me finish this. It says the Serbian government also faces allegations of using sonic weapons against protesters in Belgrade on March 15th. And when you look that up, this dude had there was millions of people outside, and he used a sonic weapon, and they all split. They all split, man. And now they're trying to say that's conspiracy. No, Esau got tech, man. And he used that on Serbia. So who knows if Russia could have used that, America could have used that, who knows, man? And who they tested out on? You people, man. That's why you don't want to be out here protesting, man. They'll use these different events, these different, these concerts. Just like, remember that concert with, what's that dude's name? What's that fucking dude? That rapping dude that was with, I don't even listen to the Houston rapper fucking, he sung that song Goosebumps. I can't think of his name. Let me grab it. When he had that concert, I can't think of his name. Let me grab it real quick. Who sings the song Goosebumps? That's the only song I can think about from him. Come on. Travis Scott. Yeah, he got the song called Goosebumps with Kendrick Lamar. It's a nice song. But he had a concert and mad people died. They got trampled upon. They probably used some type of military, I'm just, using accusations, probably a bunch of demons, but that's what they do, man. They gather you and you become a sacrifice to a pagan god, man, dealing with these heathens. That's why the scriptures tell you, follow not a multitude to do evil, okay? And protesting without you having this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're going to be following a multitude to do evil, man. Okay? Let me finish this article. It says the Serbian government also faces allegations of using sonic weapons against protesters in Belgrade on March 15. You see? Against protesters. Let me grab this precept in Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. Okay? Because you're not supposed to be marveling at these things, man. Ecclesiastes 5 and 8. Let me read it in the NIV. It says, if you see the poor oppressed in a district, and justice and rights denied, do not be surprised at such things, for one official is eyed by a higher one, and over them both are others higher still. I kind of don't like that in NIV. It says, Ecclesiastes 5 and 8, if thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting a judgment, injustice in a province, marvel not at the matter. Yeah, don't marvel at the matter when you see people protesting, man. Don't get yourself involved in that. Okay? For he that is higher than the highest regardeth. So the Lord understands these things. He's the one doing all of this. And it might be for him to implement judgment, man. He understands what's going down here on the earth. The Lord's in control of everything. And there be higher than they. So there be higher than the people who are oppressing the poor, making these unrighteous decrees, which is Esau ultimately. Okay? And these other heathen nations. Okay? The Lord's doing all this, man. Don't marvel at the matter. Let's look at this word marvel. Let me just grab it. Because, our people love to protest, man. You want to protest for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Stand up for the Lord. He's been protesting for y'all. He's been trying to get y'all back into the fold, but y'all ain't coming, y'all ain't hearing his voice. You continue to go the other way. Okay? Let me grab it.
Strong's H, 8539. Tamach.
Tamah is that word marvel. It says to be astounded, be stunned, be amazed, be dumbfounded. Yeah, you don't want to be dumbfounded. Like, why is this going on? Why did he die this way? Why did this happen? The Lord's doing it. The issues from death belongeth to the Lord. If it's that, or these different unrighteous decrees, the Lord's using this devil, man. You read the book of Psalms, the 17th chapter. It's the Lord's sword. Don't be astounded. To astonish yourself. Be astounded, be astonished at one another. Yeah, you don't want to be like that, man. Let me grab this. This is Isaiah Allah, Idaho, Proverbs 25 and 5. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. Exactly. Take away the wicked from before the king. Hey, excuse me, sir. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Am I all right?
Yeah, you're good. You're there, right?
That's me. Thank you, sir. Okay? Yeah, take away the wicked from before the king. Exactly, because that's who's giving this devil all this counsel, man. And his throne shall be established in righteousness. Ultimately, it got to be the elect, man. The wicked don't understand judgment, man. And when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people will mourn. That's where these protests and all these things are coming from. Okay? The wicked are in rulership. Okay? So they need to be removed, long story short. Let me see, am I done with that article? It says, while officials initially denied the claims, talking about this sonic weapon, a Russian investigation cleared the authorities, suggesting the incident may have been staged. Okay, yeah, so sound like Putin said that, man. Yeah, it might have been a staged event. But clearly when you watch the video, you can probably find it on X, man, he split the whole crowd, man, the whole crowd. So these are the type of weapons that are out there. But why did I bring that out? I brought that out to bring out Revelation, the 17th chapter, showing you that prophecy is being fulfilled. These different EU nations are starting to detract. You know, they starting to listen to Russia. This is the book of Revelation 17. Verse number, I start at 14. These shall make war with the Lamb, which is the Lamb is Yahweh Shai, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Yeah, they called, chosen, and faithful. That's talking about the angels, talking about the elect, those who are with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But the ones who are making war with the Lamb are all these heathen nations. They're going to come up, they're going to be fighting each other, but then there's going to be a point in the battle where the Lord's going to come and they're going to fight up against the Lord. And they're going to lose it. You can go to Revelation, the 12th chapter, Revelation 19, 2nd Ezra, 13th chapter, Revelation, the 16th chapter. Actually, man, grab this from Revelation 16 to 16. And he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon. Armageddon mean the mountain of troops, man. Troops are armies, okay? Or governments. Mountains is governments, troops are armies. He's going to gather them together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he's going to plead with them there. He's going to destroy them there, okay? You ain't messing with the Lord, okay? Revelation 17 and 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So yeah, the whore sitteth here in Babylon. Where's that at? That's America, man. Okay? Where the whore sitteth. As a matter of fact, let me grab this precept. Revelation chapter 2, in verse 13. I know thy works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. And thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. Exactly, man. Antipas, man. You look into him. Antipas was put in a brazen bull for the Lord, man. A brazen bull. And a brazen bull is like, you can look it up, man. But he basically put you into this brass bull, and then they tie you up, put you in there, and they burn it. And then you through your screams, it goes through like a horn, and the smoke makes it look like the bull's talking to you, man. Okay? And I believe he was the bishop at the church of Pergamum, something like that. Okay? A faithful martyr, man. Okay? And these are the type of things that are going to happen to some of the martyrs, man. This is Esau we're dealing with. If you get hung, hey, man, you ever been choked out before? That's nothing. But being burnt in a brazen bull, hey, man, that's terrible. But there's nothing to fear about the Lord. Why? Let me grab this. Nothing to fear, man. You got to be built up in the spirit. Okay? Let me grab this. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. In verse 1, it says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them, okay? No torment shall touch them, okay? He was righteous. His faithful martyr, he called him. So no torment touched him, even though he died in a brazen bull, okay? In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. Yeah, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. It's going to scare you, especially you getting sacrificed in a damn temple, a pagan temple, man. But that seat of Satan also applies to here in Babylon, because we know there's a physical manifestation of Satan, which is here in Babylon, man. When you read about Revelations 2 and 13, there was the temple of Zeus or Jupiter or something like that. They did this to him. Okay, and their departure is taken for misery. Yes, his departure is taken for misery, especially you get burnt alive in a brazen bull. Okay, but the scripture, Wisdom of Solomon, says this is to the unwise. They seem to think like that. This is why you got to be built up in these scriptures. You know, a man of the Lord's going through this. Hey, man, that's beautiful. Okay, that you could die the death of a martyr like that, man, and that the Lord's gonna keep you, just like He did with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They went through the fire, man, and they came out untouched. Okay, if you don't believe that, then hey, you just not a believer. You probably don't believe in the chariots. You probably don't believe in spiritual power. You probably don't believe in the Lord. You probably think He's a so-called white man. You probably think Yahweh Shai and the Most High and the Holy Spirit are all one. So you don't have faith. You don't believe. You believe in a lie. If you believe in a lie, you lack faith. Okay? Wisdom of Solomon 3:3, and they're going from us to be better. Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 3:3, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Exactly, man. You in this truth, man. You die, you in peace, man. But you got to be built up. You got to know that. Or you're going to be scared of Esau with a pickaxe. He's going to be walking around with other people's faces on us. He's going to be a damn devil in these last days, man. All these movies you've seen about Esau being a demon, hey, that's his mind. He's showing you. He can't lie, man. When he thinks of these wicked imaginations in his head, he really wants to do it. And the Lord allows him to show the elect what kind of devil you dealing with, man. He's wicked. Okay? He's known to eat human meat. He coming back to do that. All right? He murders the most. He commits homosexual acts. All these things are coming back, man. Lot had to deal with this, man, and it's Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Sodom and Gomorrah all over again, and Egypt, where they crucified our Lord, okay? Meaning they utterly destroyed the power thereof. They don't know about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This whole world thinks the so-called white man is God, and he's not. He's the devil. Edomite looking at me like, he's exposing me. Wisdom of Solomon 3:4, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality, okay? Their hope is full of immortality, man. And that's what we got our eyes on, because you don't have no life here in Babylon with Esau ruling over you. The only thing you can do that's not vanity is serve the Lord. But our people, they refuse to do so. Wisdom of Solomon 3:5, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. Okay, they're going to be greatly rewarded, man, for serving the Lord. Look what he's done with our... the Lord died for the nation of Israel. So if he sent his only begotten son for the nation of Israel, how much more would he give you? He gave you his only begotten son. How much? They don't show you no more. He'll give you everything. He left his son? What? For the nation of Israel? Come on, man. He loves Israel. How much more immortality? How much more spiritual power? How much more of these mansions that are out here? The galaxy, the universe, all of it. Okay? You can trust in it, man. And that crown. Okay? It says, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Okay? He proved them. It's like you prove gold. You want to know how much, hey, is this 99.9%? Is this, we going to be like the gold of Ophir. Okay? And Antipas was one of them. He was literally put in the fire, man. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. You're going to go through the fire too. It might be literally. Okay? You got to be built up. You don't let this devil put no fear. Your fear need to be in the Lord, man. The Lord is going to protect his men out there. Lord's will, you get the message. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. In verse 6, as gold in the furnace, have he tried them? Yeah, he tried them. Like gold in a furnace. Okay? Like I said, Antipas was, he was a martyr for Yahweh Shai, but he was put into the fire. Okay? You're not going to die like that if you don't have faith. The weak don't die like that. That's why Balaam said he wished he could die the death of the righteous. Let me grab that. No torment shall touch them, man. This is our forefathers, man. Numbers 23:10. Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous and let my last end be like his. Exactly, man. He wished he could die the death of the righteous, man. Put me in a brazen altar, Lord. If I'm going to get all of that, hey, let me go through it, man. Let me go through it. They wish they don't have the opportunity to do so. They're not Israel. Israel need to hear this word. Israel need to be built up in the spirit, man. Be prepared for this battle. You're going to have Esau with a pickaxe busting your door down to get your grandmother and your grandfather. To send them somewhere down south, man. Like deep down south, Guantanamo Bay, El Salvador. I ain't talking about U.S., even though he got some more camps that he's trying to build down here. Let's see if I'm done with Wisdom of Solomon, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, and verse 6 in the middle. And receive them as a burnt offering. Okay, you're going to receive them as a burnt offering. You got to make your body a living sacrifice. According to Romans, the 12th chapter. Let me grab that. People think we playing out here, man. Now, you got to make your body a living sacrifice. You don't want no lambs and goats. Okay? Your stupid, you know how these devils be doing it, man. You don't care about that. I beseech you, Romans 12:1, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye, meaning you, present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Exactly. Antipas going to a brazen bull. Hey, it was a reasonable service, okay, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For him giving them this knowledge and this faith, building them up in the spirit to go through that. Come on, get your mind right. Even to get beheaded for the truth, man. Okay? Getting sawed in half. Getting crucified upside down. Okay? This is, Balaam wish he could die the death of the righteous. But a lot of y'all wicked, y'all afraid of these things, man. Because you ain't built up in the spirit. That's how they gonna persecute so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Read the book of Maccabees over a piece of pork. You're gonna die, man. You're gonna fail the test. Pork? All right, now just eat this little bit of bacon. And the Lord gonna do you dirty, man. Worse than what Esau could have even imagined. He might do you like Zedekiah. He might kill your kids in front of you and rip out your eyes. Who knows? Lord's terrible, man. At least the Lord will have mercy on you. You tell Esau, take that pork, shove it up his ass, man. This damn devil. What was that? Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world. Yeah, don't be conformed to this world. Okay, this world is perishing. It's passing away. You don't want to be conformed to this place, man. It's wicked. It's backwards. It's upside down. Okay? The Lord hates wickedness. All right? But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? You got to be renewed in your mind, man. You need a teacher. You need someone to teach you about these scriptures. It's not you just go to church every day and bow down to the so-called white man that's going to save you. Esau has nothing to give you but death, hell. Okay? Simpro, bug meat. All right? RFID microchips that cause cancer. That's what he's going to give you. Okay? Romans 12:2, it says that ye may prove what good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. You got to know the will of the Most High, man. All right? Revelation 17, let me get back to it. Talking about Serbia and Slovakia. They're going into May 9th to go to this military day parade with Vladimir Putin, okay, who's prophesied in the Bible to be the Prince of Rosh. He's the Medes, okay? The Lord's stirring up the spirit of the Medes. He's talking about those Russians over there. Those are the modern day Medes. Just like this place is the modern day Babylon. Okay, he's stirring up these old spirits, man. What happened with you got to know about the Medes and the Persians. They took down Babylon. The modern day Medes are the Russians, and the modern day Persians are those Iranians. Okay. Revelation 17:15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Exactly, in nations and tongues. This is where all the people gather from all over the world. What other place is more diverse than America? Everywhere there's a lot of diversity. You go to Turkey, predominantly white. Okay, I talked to some Turkish person. They was like, I rarely see black people there. Okay? And a lot of these European nations, it's not like here. So it's talking about here, Babylon. Okay? Not ancient Babylon, it's talking about America. Okay? Revelation 17:16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Okay, they're gonna hate the whore. Okay, the whore is America, she's a whore. If she's dealing with you and then she's dealing with the other nation over here, that's what a whore would do. One day she's talking with you, next day she's talking to somebody else, and that's supposed to be your bitch. That's what happens, man. That's Esau. Now she want to get buddy with Russia. And guess what? Some of these other European nations are starting to agree, hey, we might want to join them. Okay? But this devil's plans is not going to work. because it's prophesied for this to happen. Revelation 17 and 16. So the 10 horns in the beast is NATO and the EU, and the whore. They shall hate the whore, which is talking about America, and shall make her desolate and naked, meaning they're going to burn her. They're going to destroy her. Okay? And shall eat her flesh. Okay? They're going to eat her flesh. How are they going to do that? And burn her with fire. Okay? They're going to burn her with those thermonuclear missiles. Okay? Why would they want to be a part of EU? Okay? This dude's more stout than his fellas. He's proud, right? He can do whatever he wants. Zelensky said this war is going to be coming to you. Zelensky just came out with another, he came out speaking about how China's funding Russia in all their, China's funding Russia, man. So they're pretty much fighting against Moab right now. And you're going to lose, man. You actually, they caught two Chinese dudes out there. Zelensky caught two Chinese dudes out there, man. So you really fighting up against the Chinese on the front lines. Moab's on you, man. Revelation 17 and 17, for the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Exactly. That's why I'm going to that march on May 9th, man. I don't know what this lady Collis, whatever the hell she talking about. No, I'm going to go help them, as a matter of fact. I'm bringing my military over there. They're going to meet their military. They're going to all chip it up. We're going to sit in the back. We're going to drink wine. We're going to eat crumpets, you know, and some Russian foods, man, some delicacies, man, you know. I'm going to make him all right, man. I ain't putting no sanctions on him. No, I'm gonna be all right with Putin. They're gonna fulfill his will. Ultimately, they're fulfilling Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's will. That's why they're leaving the EU. That's why they're doing these joint military parades. But it's gonna be joint military parades. Then it's gonna go into joint military exhibitions, and then it's gonna be joint military destruction on Babylon. And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. Yeah, they're going to agree. They gave their kingdom unto the beast. Yep. Until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Exactly. The words of the Most High are going to be fulfilled when this place be destroyed by NATO, EU, and these Russian and all these other countries. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that's talking about America, man. He rules over the kings of the earth. Why do you think he could put sanctions on Russia? Is Russia putting sanctions on America? No. Who's putting tariffs on China? Who occupies Taiwan? How is he able to do that? Why is there a wall between North Korea and South Korea? Why are these things happening? It's because of this devil. Let me grab this book of Job. As a matter of fact, is that it? I said that. Oh, yeah, I got another article. I got a couple articles. What time is it? Let's keep going. U.S. President Donald Duck on Monday chided Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. I call him, I couldn't think of a Looney Tune character for him, but he reminds me of, I can't even think of him right now. Zelensky's request to purchase Patriot air defense systems. Zelensky's made that statement during an interview that aired Sunday on CBS News 60 Minutes program. So he was trying to buy the Patriot systems. The Patriot systems used so it can block missile incoming fire, man. They're being destroyed out there, man. And it said he's always looking to purchase missiles. This is what Duck said. He's always looking to purchase missiles, man. Okay? But he don't want to sell them to him. Duck said, when asked about Zelensky's offer, listen, when you start a war, this is Duck talking, you got to know that you can win the war, right? You don't start a war against somebody that's 20 times your size and then hope that people give you some missiles. Exactly, man. What are you doing, man? You got to count the cost. Just like you so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Most importantly, the hopeful elect out there, man. You got to count the cost. You coming in here doing the work deceitfully, you're gonna die. Okay? What's that? Let me grab it. Count the cost. Hey, that's good advice. Let's grab that. Luke 14. Let me grab it out my Bible. Let's grab that, man. You gotta count the cost, man. You gotta count this cost. It's the book of Luke 14 and 28. Actually, matter of fact, let's start at 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So you got to hate it all, man. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Yeah, you got to bear your cross in this thing, man. It comes with persecution serving the Lord, man. Being in the Catholic Christian church, man, you ain't getting no persecution. You love everybody. You a weirdo, man. You love everybody. You're a fool. You gonna love that dude. I bet you that Guatemalan dude that was in there, he probably got rosary beads. Oh, I love you so much. What are you doing, Jesus? Get the fuck out the car. Get on the ground. You terrorist. Oh, I ain't got no. I don't have no paperwork. Get on the ground, fool. Oh, he's resisting. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, he was trying to attack me, man. He said something about Jesus or something, man. I had to shoot him, man. Just like he did that lady, man. She called the police. They came there and put her to death, man. That's what's going to happen to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It's fools. Luke 14 and 28. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the costs, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Exactly. He said he's always trying to buy missiles, man. You started the war. He's blaming it. Duck's blaming Zelensky for starting the war, and he's like, now you always trying to buy missiles. You got to count the cost. And he set you up for that, man. We know Biden gave you a bunch of money. You took the money. That's how this devil works. You got to understand that. Yeah, we'll fund all of that, man. 4 years ago, it was a whole different game. He used to come here, everyone clapped. Told him how good of a job he's doing. Billions of dollars. People were mad about that. They were complaining about gas prices under Biden. Well, now Duck's not doing that, and y'all complaining about him too. Okay? Because it's the same devil, man. He needs to be taken out of rulership. You read Revelation 6. If I got to grab Revelation 6 because I keep talking about it. Let me grab this precept. This is the book of Proverbs. '24. Oh shit! I just dropped it. In verse number 27. Prepare thy work without and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house. Let me read that in the NLT. Proverbs. I don't know why I couldn't find my precept today, man. There's something in Proverbs 11. It might be in Psalms, probably. Proverbs 24 and 27 in the NLT. Do your planning and prepare your fields before building your house. Yeah, this is preparation, man. You got to prepare yourself for the battle, man. Just like when you're building a house, man. You got to dig down into the foundation. Ultimately, you want to be built on Yahweh Shai. Zelensky ain't got the Lord's not dealing with you, Zelensky, man. Zelensky, what he's going to do is, ultimately, everyone's doing the Lord's will. But ultimately, Russia's going to bypass, he's going to get through Ukraine. He's going to go into Poland. He's going to go into France. He's going to wipe you down, man. He's going to wipe that whole nation down. He got all the USSR. He's taking all of that back, man. Ukraine's part of it. He's on the wrong side. That's why the rest of the EU nations said we better get with Russia now. We better hurry up and get over there on his good side before he's at our border, like Ukraine. We don't want to make the same mistake as Zelensky. Look what he's doing with this damn devil duck. He ain't even funding them anymore by the time he come to our borders. We might as well just give up now. And the more he starts to win these battles, that's what the rest of these EU nations are going to do. They're going to turn on the whore. Okay? Luke 14 and 27, whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. Exactly. You don't want to follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai? Hey, guess what? There's a judgment for that. Zechariah 13 and 8. You're going to go through some fire, but you ain't going to make it, man. Okay? You better bear your cross. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it? Yeah, you better hope you have sufficient to finish it. Don't be taking the Lord's work. Don't take this work lightly, man. Serve the Lord with fear and trembling, man. Make your call on an election sure. Because if you ain't got no head, you're going to die anyways. You know how many microplastics you drinking on a day-to-day? You know how much parasites are in your body? Different cancers and carcinogens you inhale on a day-to-day? He's dropping shit from the sky. You're driving by because all this exhaust from these cars. The food you eat, man. Come on, man. This is death. Luke 14:29. Lest happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him. And that's what he's being mocked now. Zelensky's being mocked. What were you doing? Why'd you do that? Why you start the war with Russia? Oh, well, Biden gave me $40 billion. Why wouldn't I start the war with Russia? Oh, well, you should have planned it. Now you need Patriot systems and all these stupid things. You should have got that before you went to war, you fool. Luke 14:30, saying this man begun to build and was not able to finish. Exactly. You don't want to be like Zelensky, man. Being mocked by the devil, duck, telling him, look at you, man. You shouldn't have started the war. You coming out here believing that you're Yasharallah, man. You starting a war with the Edomites, man. And they're in the most powerful positions in the world. You gonna just shoot a bullet and go hide? Nah, man. You better bust your gun, man. And that's just how you do it. Through the spirit. You gotta take him down, man. No, he's retreating, he's running. Get him. You gotta get him, man. But not all of y'all are gonna come into this battle, because it's not for you. You're gonna die in the battle, man. We read this in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Scary ass. He's coming, man. He's coming. He's kicking down your door. He don't care if you don't got a record. He don't care if you read the Bible or not. If you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, you're going to go to Guantanamo Bay. You're going to go to El Salvador. You're going into prison. You're going to get locked up. Okay? You're going to die ultimately. This is the book of Jeremiah 13:23 from Isaiah Allah, Idaho. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Exactly, man. You can't change it. A leopard can't change his spots, man. Esau was made for the day of evil, man. Proverbs 16:4, man. He can't change, man. This is what he's programmed to do, to be a devil. This book of Psalms 82:5 from Isaiah Allah, Idaho. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Exactly, man. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, man. And they're not in their proper position, man. That's why the Lord's going to turn this place upside down with those thermonuclear missiles. Okay? This is the book. This is the point. Luke 14:31. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000. Exactly, man. You knew you were going up against another king. That you had 10,000, he had 20,000. Who does that? And this is him being mocked. Or else while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. Exactly. Now you're desiring conditions of peace, man. Now you want to sit down and talk about peace. Why? Because you didn't plan it right, man. You thought Biden was gonna win again? He left the office and was trying to give it to what's her name? Okay, you thought she was gonna win over. You wasn't thinking properly, man. So likewise, Luke 14:33, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he have, he cannot be my disciple. Well, you gotta forsake it all, man. Don't let nothing get in your way from serving Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You want to know you had to go in that brazen bull, you got to be like Antipas, man. A bishop, man. You desire the office of a bishop. What's that, 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter? Read about that, man. You got to have your house in order, man. Because you teaching the people, okay? This is what matters, man. Everything else don't matter. Because if you fail at this job, guess what? You just failed your whole family, man. You failed everybody. You failed the nation, too. You failed Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You failed everybody, man. Luke 14:34, salt is good, but if the salt have lost its savior, savor, wherewith shall it be seasoned? Exactly, man. What you gonna do? You're gonna use salt for it, ain't got no flavor in it, man. You gotta throw that shit out. It is neither fit for the land, nor yet for the dunghill, but men cast it out. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. Hope you understand, man, what the Lord's saying here, man. You don't want to be like Zelensky fighting this battle against this damn devil, man. Especially you picking up the plow. A lot of people are picking up the plow lately, especially Ringo TV, talking mad shit about the Israelites, man. He's talking mad shit about everybody. So he's a full-blown demon now. Full-blown, man. It was a chance he might have had to come in. He learned the doctrine. He bucked up against it, man. And then he picked up the plow. You're going to die. He's going to die, man. Okay? Let me see if that's it. What else I got? I came out a little earlier so I can get all my articles, man. There's so much going on. It says the Biden administration provided Ukraine with 3 Patriot batteries and an unspecified number of missiles, according to the Pentagon. Yeah, those ATSAACM missiles, man. What's his name? Jake Sullivan just said, them shits didn't even do anything. That shit didn't do nothing. That they supposedly gave that duck was saying, yeah, I gave them some missiles. That was under my administration. We the ones who gave them the I forgot the name of those missiles, man. Them shits ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing, man. You went in there you brought a knife to a gunfight. According to the Pentagon, faced with ongoing Russian airstrikes and a growing lack of air defense systems and munitions, Zelensky told the network that he wants to buy an additional 10 Patriot air defense systems from the United States, valued at about $1.5 billion apiece. No, what? $1.5 billion apiece for a Patriot air defense system? Why would you want to buy that anyways? You see what Israel's dealing with, man. Hamas is getting missiles in there, man. They don't got no nuclear capability. They're making bombs out of old scrap. Okay? And those are getting through that defense system. Because the defense system, they're testing it. They're seeing where there's holes in it. It's most effective in some areas. It might be 98% effective here, but 10% here. But then they got Iran over here, Russia over here, man. Where you gonna put it out? How you can't defend all of Israel? And that's just Israel's like this. You can't defend this little piece of land. Israel's only this big, man. It's nothing. Okay? Patriot system's not patriotic enough.
I got a question.
Hold your peace, brother. He also called on European partners to help finance the deal. And all Zelensky wants to purchase a $50 billion package of arms from the United States. Yeah, he wants $50 billion, man. $50 billion package from the United States, man. Zelensky got bread, man. That's a lot of money. See how much money wars produce? This is why this devil has to go. We'll never stop having wars with this devil in town, man. $50 billion. Of course, that's imagine getting one of your customers won't pay you $50 billion for something you have, man. I never heard of that, man. He's willing to buy some hand-me-down shit, man. Fools. This is why this devil gotta go. This devil gotta go, man. It says, this is Duck. He said there is a Patriot system and you have a lot of them. This is Zelensky, Slovakia. He says there is a Patriot system and you have a lot of them. And you have production, Zelensky said, he told Duck. There are several steps to protect Ukraine. Step number one system that costs $1.5 billion. We are ready to buy at least 10 systems to cover some cities. Only civilians in city centers where people are crowded. We will find this money and we will pay everything. Yeah, we'll find this money, we'll pay everything, man. Now you're begging, man. Now look at the situations he's in. And you think Serbia wants to be like that? You think Slovakia wants to be like that? Nah, I might as well go join league now. This is a great representation of why you don't trust the devil. Okay, even though Putin's a devil too. Okay. This is another one. This is Slovakia. Psalms 116 and 15. Isaiah Allah, Idaho. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Exactly, brother. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Imagine how precious it would be to see your son do what taught him, like he won a baseball game, man. He hit the home run at the, and that's what the Lord sees when you hold on to your faith, man. When he sees, like, yeah, that's my son right there, man. Yeah, he ain't let these devils take the, nah, he stood on business, man. You know? That's precious in the sight of the Lord, man. That's a beautiful precept, man. That's one of my favorite precepts right there. Precious in the sight of the Lord, Psalms 116 and 15, is the death of his saints, man. Who are the saints? Is everybody a saint because they believe in the Lord? No. Let me grab that. Because, you know, there's always somebody listening who ain't never heard about the Lord. And think we crazy men out here. Nah, man. We know what's coming, man. And we prepared for the battle. We trying to be ready for whatever this devil brings. Because we don't know everything that's going to happen, but we know what's going to happen. We know Jacob's trouble is going to happen. Psalms 50 and I think it's Psalms 50 and 5. Let me make sure this is the one. Psalms 50 and verse 5. It says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Yeah, who made a covenant with the Lord by sacrifice, man? The Israelites. Okay? That's who made a covenant with the Lord, not you heathen. Okay? Psalms 147 in verse 18. He sendeth out his word and melteth them. He causeth his wind to blow and the waters flow. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Exactly. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Okay? It doesn't say the whole world. He have not dealt so with any nation. So he tells you, he have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Yeah, they haven't known them, man. Why? Do y'all know about being cursed? The curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. What happens with coming with that? Being split, not knowing who you are. Now, most of these nations can trace themselves back to their biblical identity. For example, the Persians. They still call themselves Persians. Iranian is a new term. Okay? Scriptures also call them Carmanians. They really go back to Elam. These people used to rule the world. Now look at them. That's the Lord taking them out of power. Okay? But he's stirring up that ancient, those spirits, man. That the spirits of the Persians and the Medes. He's putting that on Russia and Iran. Praise ye the Lord. Yeah, the Lord is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Okay? Well, it's Yahweh. Okay? But we do so in the name of Yahweh Shah, his only begotten son. Okay? Let me see. It says, oh, you got some more. You got some more. Yeah. Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Yeah, they can't do that, man. Okay? Oh, I got your precepts. All right. Travis Scott, the water. The water. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. You don't want to be joining these things, man. Esau got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he might make it look real good just so he can test it out. And guess what? It's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. As a matter of fact, let me grab that. Revelation, the 12th chapter. So he's blameless. He's doing exactly what the Lord wants him to do. Okay? If you were occupied in prophecy, you wouldn't be at these events. And if you were at these events, you're not going to get put to death because the Lord's dealing with you. But if you do get put to death at these events where you're not supposed to be at, hey, it's because it's the Lord's will. Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power and the power of his Amashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Exactly. He accused us before our power day and night. Look at him. He's at the Travis Scott concert, Lord. Look at him. Put him to death. Let me put him to death. Let me use this weapon right here and let him die. Okay? He's being wicked. Look at him. He's at a damn portal for Satan. Kill him. And that's why the Lord gives him that permission. I don't know what that brother wanted. He looked like a bug out. Hey, the water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai getting his bug outs away from you. It says Israel had planned to strike Iranian nuclear sites as soon as next month, but was waved off by President Duck in recent weeks in favor of negotiating a deal with Tehran to limit its nuclear program, according to administration officials and others briefed on the discussions. Exactly, man. Israel wants to bomb Iran. And the scriptures tell you, hey, the least of the flock shall draw them out. And Duck waved that. Nah, don't do that. There's only so much time they're going to be like, don't do this and don't do that and don't do this and don't do that. He don't give a fuck. There's a lot of other shit he's done without permission. Eventually, it's going to lead to him bombing this place, man. Mr. Duck made his decision after months of internal debate over whether to pursue diplomacy or support Israel in seeking to set back Iran's ability to build a bomb at a time when Iran has been weakened militarily and economically. So they think this is the best time to hit them, man. So they're sitting down saying, hey, listen, I got a plan. Let me strike them now. They don't got the bomb set up yet. We got, inside understanding of it. So let's bomb their ass now. Let's hit these nuclear sites, set them back 10 years, Because in order to put up these, these refineries, however they refine the nuclear aspect of it, I don't know. But it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Okay? And it's probably somewhere deep underground. So they probably got a strategic, they probably got some crazy ass plan that they want to do. The debate highlighted fault lines between historically hawkish American cabinet officials and other aides more skeptical that a military assault on Iran could destroy the country's nuclear ambitions and avoid a larger war. It resulted in a rough consensus for now against military action, with Iran signaling a willingness to negotiate. So Iran saying, we willing to negotiate, man, buying themselves time. That's smart, that's strategic, man. Yeah, we'll negotiate with you. We'll negotiate with you. But look at the history and the rhetoric of Iran, man. They said they're going to bomb Israel, man. I think they even made a vow, or it might be in their constitution, that they're going to destroy Israel, man. That's the Lord, man. The Lord is terrible. Israeli officials had recently developed plans to attack Iranian nuclear sites in May. They were prepared to carry them out, and at times were optimistic that the United States would sign off. The goal of the proposals, according to officials briefed on them, was to set back Tehran's ability to develop a nuclear weapon by a year or so. So that's it, man. They think that if they can hit them now, it'll set them back about a year. So that's actually short time, but still a year. Shit, they think if we hit them, they're probably gonna hit them harder than they hit them there. Boom. If we can't set up a different government there, we're gonna have to really just keep. But what do you think? China, they backed by China and Russia. Okay, Russia's gonna be a guard unto them, man. So either way, man, you lose. And look at the EU. I got one more article. I'm gonna end it on this one. This is a sad one. It says a California mom has been charged with murder for allegedly drowning her 7-year-old daughter, prosecutors said. It says Gracilia Castellanos, 37, allegedly killed her daughter at an apartment in Van Nuys on April 11th, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. A neighbor told Los Angeles ABC station that she heard the girl screaming, "Mommy, please no." First responders pronounced the 7-year-old dead at the scene, prosecutors said. Yeah, so listen, the time's getting short, man. When you start seeing, and when you look into that case, the reason why I'm bringing that out is because when you read about it, the mother said she did that because of fears of being deported. I don't know where exactly she was from, but imagine you think it's better to put your seed to death than to be deported with them than go back to your country. So in her head, she probably thinking it's better to put my kid to death than go back to wherever the hell they're going, okay? And that's what a lot of these women, man, they think it's better for you to just serve the so-called white man. And that's the same type of spirit that's gonna be in these women, okay? They're gonna think it's better that y'all go back to serving, take the MOTB, you know? But you gotta watch out for this, man. But ultimately, they're suffering the curses, okay? I ain't got no precepts on that. I'm gonna end it right there. Those brothers got some. I'm gonna end it right there. Hey, Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha, Quadash. Shalom, Ababa Ball, Kwame Yasharala. The water to everybody that's to Zayala, Idaho for sharing that ammo, brothers. Shalom, King.